Let us go to the pillars.
There had to be a way to escape the spirit world without the help my master was pleased to deny me. Only in the material realm would I have a chance to seek my destiny, or change it.
Oh god, yes, this area, yes. It'll be so much better with the new camera. I've been saying this throughout this entire stream, but still. Woo! Arcade Tome. Yeah, the camera's making exploration so much more enjoyable. I can't wait to get to my first few moves with, it's been definitely more heavy loaded with Kane at the beginning so far. And because of that, we got a lot more moves with Kane. We have a lot more to work with as far as our combat. But not like we don't have our explosive that we can use as far as our Reaver. Let's show it off. Come from here. This was our starting point. How our camera sort of affects that. Oh. Yeah, you couldn't really see the arcane tome. This is where we got the arcane tome, because that camera angle, you just kind of had to go around here thinking like, oh, well, maybe there's something back here, and you would just get lucky that, yeah, it just so happened that there was. But there's no way to confirm it. If you missed it by a little bit because of the way that the camera's perspective is, the wall is blocking you from, like, really seeing. So if you were off by a little bit, you would walk past, not hit the arcane tomb, and be like, well, I guess there's nothing there. And I know that's where I need to go, but since we have this camera and we can explore, let's just for the... Alright, buddy. Num num num. Get in there. God, these look definitely more creepy. Yeah, with Razio's telekinesis, it's definitely more keep away than with Kane's. I can pretty much manipulate you however I want to. I know. The Sluaws do eat each other. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. I've never noticed them eating each other. That's fucking cool. Again, that's another thing that Kaiju Post mentioned before. And I watched his videos of it, but I don't think I ever quite saw it. Oh, I can't... Oh, okay. So, I can't impale them, since they're not physically here. They're spiritually here. I can't do that with the Reaver. Damn, now looking back on memories, yeah, I really couldn't do that in OG Defiance either. I never would have thought of that. And this loops back to here. God, the camera is making just the world feel more, well, more filled in and alive. Jesus.
An ancient gate, sealed by the powers of light and darkness, barred the way to the pillars beyond. To depart this place and continue my journey, I would have to find the means to open it.
And you know what? There's something else I haven't noticed. Not because it hasn't been noticeable, because I haven't been keeping an ear out, but Defiance has used all the same music from previous games. It didn't have any original music, but for this remaster, they said they would have more dynamic music. And they would have more, I guess, like, original music. So I definitely want to try and keep an ear out for that. I pretty much just all kill these guys, so I'll leave. Attack these guys. Get in there. Since Razio doesn't have a misform, I love that he just rolls. He rolls and shuffles. He shuffles through these mortal coils. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting through this game a lot, despite all the pausing and me talking and so on and so forth. I feel like I'm getting through this game a lot faster. Kinda crazy what a new camera angle will do for you. Oh, okay. I was about to say maybe I should have sucked those guys' soul. Maybe I'll have a more difficult challenge, but no, I have just these guys. They'll be easy. Is there another? Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the hell? Oh, damn, they really are that fragile that just TKing them actually does damage them. That's cool.
In this crypt, I discovered ethereal gases rising from the moldering corpse within. As I neared, I felt a distinct spiritual pull, and the closer I approached, the more that pull intensified.
Yes, let's see how this scene looks. Oh, is it going to be D-pad or? Oh, down D-pad. Okay.
In the end, it was not difficult. I projected myself down into that tomb and found myself reborn into the material world. It was a loathsome vessel, but with an effort of will, that too could change.
God. I said this with Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remaster, but, like, I like the HD graphics, but, like, the original graphics have still aged incredibly well, I feel like. Oh my god, I still like the HD graphics. My god. Razio just looks so good. And I feel like his bowl cut is intact from the Soul Reaver 1 FMV, but it's more intimidating. Because I know a lot of people made fun of the bowl cut. Especially, well, human Razio, but he's not human anymore. God. But okay. Yeah, we're not yet. And it's funny, the first time I ever got to this area, I thought this was, like, for the Dark Reaver. But, nope, it is not. What? Oh, I can... Ooh, was that part of OG Defiance? By hitting up on the D-pad, I can have... Okay. So it doesn't change the color or the detail. I don't think. It still looks the same. That's... I don't think I ever... If I did that on the... when I played it on the PS2, then... I never... I either never did it, or I can't remember from that far back. But, man... That's such a cool detail. And so down D-pad is how we go into the spec and the spectral realm and so on and so forth. Okay.
These gargoyles quickened as I drew near, triggering the door to close. I would need to find some means of approaching the door without being observed.
Without being observed. I hate you guys so much. Why can't you just let me go? Come on. I'm supposed to be the savior of Nosgoth. Come on, man. Just let me get through. Not like I'm famous for killing crows or anything. Let me get through.
Says she won't go near the place.
I tell you, the pillars are haunted.
Haunted?
I heard a woman's voice talking and moaning, and there was no one there.
How many vampires have you killed? And you can't face down one ghost?
Ariel.
I knew who these were. Vampire hunters, scouring the countryside, destroying what had once been my kind.
My God, what is that? A vampire or a demon?
Where?
Here.
Ooh,
Get him.
that's some aura
Quickly.
right there.
No mercy.
Oh shit.
You don't belong in this world, vampire.
Oh yeah, definitely need 2K in this, Finally we get to...
These were Mobius's hunters, mercenaries enlisted in his crusade to exterminate the vampires. His insignia was unmistakable. But this meant I'd been captive in the underworld for centuries. I had lost 500 years. Then I knew what ghost it was that haunted the pillars. Ariel, the specter of the murdered Balance Guardian. Perhaps she could provide the answers I sought. But first I would have to find a way out of this cemetery.
Okay. So this is gonna be the Dark Reaver, so we're gonna need the Dark Reaver to get back in. We had it lucky the first time we were in the Spectral Room, we were able to just get in there. That ain't gonna be the occasion this time.
This temple's facade hinted at some ancient vampire origin, for it bore the sign of the Reaver and was marked with the elemental symbol of light. The mystery of the Reaver might be answered within, but this edifice was too high for me to reach.
Nope. And we don't, oh yeah, we do need to enter, right. Ooh.
Fallen hero, renegade and traitor. What is this? How do you know me? Razia, what are you? Why should they know your name? You are nothing.
It seemed my method of entering the physical realm was not altogether original. But where had these beings come from?
I like the design of the... I like the updated design. That looks cool. They definitely look more zombie-like and rotted. Oh, I lit him on fire by accident. I didn't even mean to. I didn't even know there was fire sources. Yay. Yes. Need more of that. Let's get some souls here. I wanted to do the, oh, by the way, how do you engage in photo mode? Okay, photo mode is both sticks. Oh. Pose default. Oh, you can even change the pose. I don't think you could do that in Sorcerer 1 and 2. That's dope. I don't make a lot of changes within photo mode, so if I do a photo mode thing, typically it's just if I pull off like a cool kind of moment. But I'm not really like a photo mode guy. I'm glad that they exist in games, but it's not something that I've ever really messed with a whole bunch. Maybe as I get older. I mean, I'm 37. I'm gonna be 38 soon. Jesus. But maybe as I get older, I'll start to appreciate photo mode more and engage with it. I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. Yeah, I feel like, as far as right now, Raziel's more of the keep away. Oh, that's cool. I just wish it wasn't in the environment so I could take a better picture of it. Let me see if I can get... Okay, there we go. Nice! Okay, alright, cool. And how do I take the picture, actually? Wait, how do I take the picture? That's what I want to know. No, that's clearly not it. Damn it! How do I take the picture? Because that looks so cool. And somehow that went back to the OG camera for some reason. I don't know why. Oh no, it didn't remaster camera. It was still... Okay. Okay, but how do I take the picture, though? I want to know how to take the picture. Because I pull off something cool, I want to try and do it. No.
The Reaver did not seem to activate this orb. I had to find the means to enhance the blade further.
And our health is low, boys. So, yeah, because he did say about like being able to swim. So we gonna swim. And I don't think we have the same controls from Soul Reaver 1 and 2 where we could like really swim. Like we could do the. So. Automod held a message for reasons. Card detection expired and not posted. Top viewers. Yeah, thank you, Automod. It's about time you started doing your job. Jesus. I'm just saying. I don't know how many times I've gotten... I don't know how many times I've gotten within streams. At least more than a handful of times. That damn message. Oh, here we'll give you like tons of viewers, but it doesn't actually get like. It doesn't actually hold the message or anything. It lets the message go through. Oh. So thankfully, Automod, thankfully, it finally decided to do something about that. I am still in the original, or the remastered camera, yeah, okay. I guess just in this room, it, Ornamental shield. This oversized... I can't impersonate Simon Templeman, but I'm better doing that than Razio. This oversized stone shield is carved with innumerable eyes. It appears to merely be decorative in nature, and probably designed to be placed upon a pedestal, or in the hands of a statue before it was misplaced. Whenever I try and voice Raziel in my own time, anytime I'm like thinking of lines from the series, I don't know, it's always just a curious nature to me that, like, I think of. Okay, now that I know that X is... That's not a bad idea. Okay, why does it feel like I'm still in the old camera angle? Maybe it's just because of the room that I'm in. Remastered camera enabled. Remastered camera enabled. Right? Okay. I don't know. It might be a glitch or something, or maybe it's just because of the way I was moving. I don't know. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm guessing that door was locked, and it was only because of the spectral realm I was able to go through there. Here. Checkpoint! Let's save. And Overwrite. Save successful. Continue. We've only been, as far as the clock is concerned, only 2.5 hours. Jesus! Fire! Yeah, so far, being able to, like, hit people into, like, flames and spikes and over pits, so much more reliable in this new camera. Holy. Sorry. I am just a slut for this new camera. I am sorry. I will not stop praising. I will not stop praising the work that was put into this. Holy moly. They really do deserve all the effort that they put. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Can I? Yes. Okay. That jump was a little uncertain, so.
This edifice, marked with the elemental light symbol, was clearly much older than the ruins in the rest of the cemetery. The door was far too high to reach, and to open it, it seemed the Reaver would need to be imbued with the power of darkness.
Yep.
Clearly, I had more to accomplish before I could discover what lay within.
Alright. I'd say we got about like another half hour before I just... Yes, our first, This technique allows me to deftly roll in past my foe's defenses and deliver a series of blindingly quick lunges before they have a chance to react. That door, I have to go into the physical realm. And we'll see about this later, but trust me. Yeah. Or it might be the other door. I don't get to keep the, do I? Or do I not? Yeah, bitch. Okay, yeah, so between the Spectrum and Material Realm, I do not get to keep. How do I take the picture? No. I'm literally pressing every button on my controller that I can think of. I don't know how to take the picture. I don't know if I have to do that through my mouse and keyboard or what, but nope, not here. Ooh, I should have gone for the health. That was a mistake on my part. I didn't realize I was lacking health until it was too late. That's alright. At least someone was nice enough to capture enough souls in a pot. I don't know how someone, get in my belly. Yeah, seeing that in OG graphics, or sorry, in the new graphics, that's not gonna get it. Ah, damn it. I was trying to time that, but it didn't quite work out the way that I wanted. Yeah, because we're low health, we're not going to take any chances. We're going to cash in our chips on that. And luckily that worked out for us. Oh, that brute's broken. Nice, so we can get back up. In case I fall down. That was my best Ezio impression. Oop, 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 oop. I don't want to fall down, though. I don't want to fall down. Oop. That was close.
Don't belong in this world, Vampire.
I want to finish combat and not fall down. Ah, no, I meant to go for the Reaper, my bad. Yeah, that's alright. These guys are very... I feel like Razio's enemies so far have been a lot more persistent. A lot more on top of things. Okay. I still wish that there was a better balance in this game between combat, platforming, and puzzles. Because there's definitely a lot more emphasis in this game on combat. But I still thoroughly enjoy this game. Don't get it twisted. I'm still in love with Defiance. I'm in love with the series just in general. But man, if this game had more puzzles that didn't involve the vampire, more puzzles, but also more puzzles that didn't involve simply going to the forges with all the murals and stuff. I don't necessarily hate the murals, but I feel like the storytelling in previous games was more balanced, but they hammer home this prophecy as far as like with these murals. I think next time I'll just leave it in the remaster graphics. Next time I go through a corpse. Just to see what it looks like fully. But anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Because Soul Reaver 1 you did, depending on how much you explored in that game, you did a couple of forges of the Reaver. There was definitely one that you most likely came across with the Fire Reaver, even though that's not along the critical path. And then Soul Reaver 2 was all about forging the Reaver. And then in Defiance, you're doing that all over again. So if we had puzzles that didn't necessarily correlate to reforging the Reaver, I think we could have, and without all the mural storytelling, or at least if we kept some of it, but and more platforming, which I think the reason why we didn't have as much platforming in Defiance as we did in the other games is because of the camera. So if this had a camera from the very beginning, as we do in this remaster, it's very possible that we could have had more platforming challenges. Maybe. Again, time and budget, like, means a lot, so... The 3D camera could have really eaten into the budget, which means maybe we got less platforming than we actually did in Defiance. I don't know.
As I stepped through, I felt a sense of displacement, as some arcane sorcery transported me away. This was clearly some ancient ruin of a vampire civilization. Perhaps here I would finally decipher the riddle of my destiny.
You know what? Maybe I'll leave it here. I might just leave it here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna call it. So, let's see. Save game. Save game. What time is it? Yeah, okay. I think that's fine. Save game. We'll create a new save. Continue, save game. Alright, we're in chapter 4. We're still in chapter 4, okay. And we're barely even and we're about to be 3 hours in. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Cain refused the sacrifice.
Okay. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's see, what is my schedule looking like? I will not be streaming tomorrow because I have to be into work relatively early tomorrow and I'm closing. So, let's see. I will definitely be streaming on Sunday. I'm not going to commit to a time on Sunday. But I will schedule a time. I'll put it both on my Twitch and on my Twitter, but I'll definitely be streaming Sunday. Monday. Monday. I might stream Sunday. Like I said, definitely be streaming Sunday. When I'm streaming Sunday, I will let you guys know whether or not I'm streaming Monday as well. But anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you guys had a wonderful time experiencing Defiance with me all over again. And I hope you guys enjoy the next stream on Sunday. You guys have a lovely night. Enjoy and take care.